Saltburn is a black comedy psychological thriller movie directed, written, and co-produced by Emerald Fennel. Saltburn is the story of a man's love to another man. But is it really love, or it's lust, or something else? To know the answer, you have to watch the film.
I wasn't in love with him. I know everyone thought I was, but I wasn't. I loved him, of course. It was impossible not to love Felix. That was part of the problem. Everyone loved him.
There are many details about this film which I'm going to discuss about. But first, I must warn you, this episode is full of spoilers, so it's mostly for those who already have watched the film. Our main and most complicated character is Oliver. The most notable thing about Oliver is his look, his appearance from beginning to the end of the film. At first, he has a geeky bookworm look with glasses. Later, when he wanted to get close to Felix, he stops wearing glasses to look cooler. Then, when he goes to Saltburn, he starts wearing more smart casual clothes. And after a while, he starts wearing fancy and eye-catching clothes. This changing in appearance also shows Oliver changing character during the film. Oliver is completely shitty person in his relationships. You will find it when you see he eats Vanessa's menstruation, slurp on the last of Felix's stained bath water, and making love with physical dirt of Felix's grave. During the film, Oliver compared to many animals or fairy creatures. For example, in menstruation scene, Oliver calls himself a vampire, which has two meanings: his desire for eating Vanessa's menstruation blood, and also a vampire who drained the whole family members of Saltburn blood to gain power. And most of the scenes are at night when real Oliver shows himself, like a vampire. In another scene, Vanessa says Oliver that Sir James compared Oliver to a spider, which symbolically refers that Oliver is spinning his web to hunt every member of the family. Another creature that Oliver was compared to was the miner in the middle of the maze. And I think the whole maze and the miner at the middle of the maze all refers to Oliver and his plans in the film. First of all, the miner is holding an animal torn in half, which I believe is the symbol of the family, and the miner is the Oliver. Also, there were a smaller version of the maze in the film with 4 balls represent as 4 family members which are going to be sacrificed for Oliver's desire, which at the final scene he possesses 4 death stones on the top of a cat and player box. Have you ever noticed the title of the film, the Saltburn, the font type? Isn't it like a snake? And I think another creature that Oliver was compared to was the snake. He in Saltburn was exactly how the devil was in Eden. Another character which I'm going to talk about is Elizabeth. She's so naive and shallow person. She doesn't like anything but beautiful things and charming. She easily trusts Oliver's, which is not believable at all, at least for me. And in cafe scene, when she ordered her coffee, she said flat and white, like her character, flat white person from upper class. Another notable thing about this film are the mirrors. You see mirrors a lot in the film, which Oliver is looking himself into the mirror, which represent as Oliver various characters in the film. In one scene, Oliver breaks the mirror, and broken mirror is bad omen, as we see what's going to happen for the family member. Or in another scene, we see vomits on all over the mirror in Oliver's room, which represent as Oliver's poisoned character. This film was quite interesting to me, and after a long time, I finally watched a film worth watching. Emerald Fennel did a great job. She once said, I wanted to write something about desires, types of desires that grab you by your throat and pins you to the wall. It's about not being able to touch things that you want to touch. And the film centered on Oliver's desire. He was looking for positions and popularity. And the message of the film never spoon-fed to us. You have to get the message by your own. The film has lots of disturbing scenes, and also it has full frontal nude scenes, which is not appropriate for everyone. But the thriller side was really perfect. The IMDb rate to this movie is 7.5, Rotten Tomato is 72, and Metacritic is 61. And my rate to this movie is 9 out of 10. If you are not a person who gets bothered with nasty sexual scenes, you will definitely love this film. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, please tap the subscribe button, then send it to your friends. If there's any question, any mistake, or any suggestion, please let me know. Love you all. See you soon.